This is the time of the year when a lot of people are gathered together in their homes, although some people are on their own or don't have a home. Some of those people who are on their own might like to be gathered together, although some of the people who are gathered together might like to be on their own. Santa said that we need to think about each other and to care for each other and not just for ourselves. He said that we need to share what we have with each other through the good times and the bad. Normally, at this time of year, we would look back and we would look back at all the events of the year and we would think about them, but that's not really a very good idea. Not if we want to stay happy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say a few more words that Santa wants me to say to you. He said, what he'd noticed was there had been some division, a lot of division. And I said, what do you mean, Santa? He said, well, it's like some of the, a lot of the people seem to be arguing a lot nowadays. They're not in unity. I said, oh. He said, yes. He said, it's not just the people. He said, it's like countries. And there's like people that are running some of the countries or working in it, like maybe business or something. And even the scientists sometimes. He said it's partly because they all have something called different opinions. He said it's very difficult with all the different opinions to work out what to do. So people are being very confused by everything. So he said, remind them of the tree. I said, oh, what do you mean? He said, remember how the leaves on the tree are on the branches. And then the branches, they're attached to the trunk and the bark of the tree. And then that goes right down. And then there's the roots of the tree. And that goes down into the earth. And that needs the water and the ground and the sunlight. I said, oh, yeah. He said, remember that everything about the tree, all the parts, need each other to work. He said, that's like the world, he said. The whole world needs all of its parts, all of its countries, all of its nations, and all of its people working together. So he said, there mustn't be arguments even between the people. I said, oh, yeah. He said, remind them of the elves. I said, what? He said, well, remember our ears? I said, yeah, they're big. He said, yes, but he said, remember how they're big because we like listening. We like listening to things. And he said, oh, yeah. Yeah, he said, but we listen and we all listen to each other. So he said, we don't just have one person telling us what we have to do. I was like, oh, yeah. He said, so remind them of the elves. So working together. I was like, okay, I'll remind them, Santa. So what Santa wants you to do is he wants everybody to be in unity in the new year, he said, and he wants everybody to work together. And I think it would be a really good idea if everybody was an elf for a day. Yeah, that's what I think. End of speech.